Did someone just seriously say Tesla is falling between $130 and zero? Will they need a bailout? And are some of you hoping it falls to 130 or lower? I'll find answers to these questions for you right now. Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we will cover what analysts are saying about the Q1 possibilities and Tesla stock. We'll discuss the analyst in particular who had the price at 130 to zero, and we'll go over the 3 points for you to remember as we navigate the noise on all this. And if you're interested in the latest analysis on Tesla stock and the market in general, go ahead and subscribe, hit that little notifications bell, and while you're down there, go ahead and give the video a like as well. What analysts are saying specifically about Q1 possibilities and Tesla stock. Analysts are all over the map with Tesla. One had deliveries falling to $400,000 plus for the year, down from about $500,000 for the year if we all remember correctly. Then another one had deliveries pegged at $100,000 for the year. We can all agree they're falling. The question is how much? But how are they so vastly different in where they feel that's going to fall? I, no kidding, saw target prices for this quarter from $472 all the way down to $130, and yet others had it possibly going to zero. But we'll deal with those guys in just a minute. Just wait, we'll deal with them shortly. And it really doesn't matter where you look, everybody is everywhere and all over the map on this. It just doesn't make any sense. I was checking out Jeremy over at Financial Education. Great channel, by the way. I'll put a link down in the description. You guys should definitely check him out. And no, I don't have a man crush on him or anything else. I just think he puts out good content. He mentioned the same thing in regards to Tesla price targets. The opinions just vary widely. I find it funny at times how analysts think they're really smart guys. And some of them, quite honestly, really are. But do we all really need a formal analysis on how you feel Tesla deliveries may be down, or that the illness, that thing we still can't talk about on YouTube, is going to impact Tesla negatively? I stopped at 3 different analyst notes because I just had enough of this. It was just too much and too stupid. I bet I could find a random 5-year-old who could tell me the same thing. It's actually just really frustrating. These guys are paid big money and they tell me nothing other than the obvious. I'm looking for real analysis, and it just seems like nobody's providing that. Everybody's just giving a pie in the sky opinion or a down in the dumps opinion, or they're just not doing their jobs. Come on, you got plenty of free time, do your job. But keep in mind, if you're getting frustrated like me out there, this is going to continue as the downturn continues. It's the bears' time to shine, and they will be out there with their chest out, predicting the end of the world. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss me losing my mind on these guys. Or at least to see my analysis that has to be better than these, pros. It's just frustrating. I want to ask you guys for a like, but I'm too busy being negative. Maybe a bunch of likes would cheer me up. Yeah. All right, let's discuss the analyst who had the price at 130 to $0. On to the creme de la creme. I will give these guys credit. At least they put in some pretty charts and did some math, even if it's flawed in my opinion. And they overall tried to tie this all together into one big pretty picture. So let me give you the main points here. Just stick with me till the end, guys. It's comical. The global spread of the illness has meant that there aren't many people buying cars. Yeah, no shit. They also went on to tell us that discretionary spending is likely to drop as the economy slips into a recession, which will cause sales to plummet. They followed that up with Tesla's production taking a hit because they're not producing down the Fremont factory right now. That's some hard-hitting analysis. They also mentioned that the sharp decline in crude oil could hurt electric vehicle demand. I guess it could, but from the Tesla owners that I know, they don't buy the car due to the price of oil. There's other primary drivers as to why they bought the vehicle. They also discussed revenue being down and a couple other stock metrics getting worse. Again, nothing we don't already know is happening or going to happen. Because of all this, they had Tesla stock price dropping all the way down to 130 bucks. And then the best part of the whole article, they agreed that the price was not justified. It should be higher, but investors are running in the short term. Although they didn't tell us anything we didn't already know, they did a great job of laying out the logic, putting some data behind it, and gave a very, I guess I'll call it non-biased opinion on where the price could fall and why. And I agree, that should be it. In the article right there, no more. But they kept going, and this is where it went off the rails. I'll put this up here on the screen for you guys, so let me read you my favorite line in this whole thing. It wraps up why I always tell you guys to read everything and use your brain. and I suck at reading in public. All right, I'm quoting them, so follow along. But this isn't even the worst case scenario, a full-blown recession. Side note guys, that is already happening. A full-blown recession could result in Tesla's revenues falling considerably over subsequent quarters. This could potentially end up with the company requiring a bailout. Failing which Tesla stock could fall to zero, as we highlighted in a separate dashboard. I'm done with these guys. Never reading that again. Besides, I suck at reading in public. Let me make 3 points here for you guys to remember and keep in your mind as you're looking at all this analysis that's coming out. The first, Tesla has the capital to operate for over a year and a half with zero revenue. So Tesla doesn't run out of cash until then. And does anybody see the illness lasting past that time frame? The answer is no. Nobody, regardless of where you fall on this spectrum, has guessed it going that long. So a situation where they go to zero is just not realistic. So anybody that says that, you kind of know where they're at in the first place. You don't need to, just ignore that and move on. That's just hype or somebody trying to get clicks on a video. And I need clicks on my videos, so, you know. But I'm not saying Tesla's going to zero. Point number 2, if bailouts are required, I'm not sure Tesla's getting one. Look, whether you like it or not, I believe there are more friends of traditional automakers and oil companies in our government than there are friends of Tesla in our government. I have no idea. I don't have any facts behind that. That's just my opinion. But I would assume big automakers and big oil contribute a lot more money to political campaigns and have a lot more lobbyists down in Washington than Tesla does. Plus, we've already seen this show during the Great Recession. The government did not bail out every part of the auto industry. GM, Ford, and others did not receive enough money to save all their brands. Some of you may not be old enough to remember brands like Saturn, Pontiac, Hummer, and Mercury, but they all went away due to the Great Recession. And the third point, and probably the most important point, I don't believe Tesla would take one even if it was offered. I don't think Tesla wants the restrictions that come with that money. They have been an all or nothing company from the start, and I don't think Elon would change that regardless of how this all shakes out and how the economy does in the end. When you take that money from the government, you not only take the PR hit, but all of a sudden the rules change as well. Tesla was forged by breaking every rule when it comes to being an automaker. To suddenly be forced into some level of bureaucracy and restriction would be a huge deterrent to their growth and really counter to their own culture. I know I wouldn't be buying more Tesla stock if that happened. It would be a different company at that point in time. Furthermore, I believe Tesla, unlike the other big car companies, would have a much easier time raising capital through other means. They just have a lot more options than everybody else. That's just the facts. Bottom line, I see no way that Tesla does not make it out of this on their own and come out stronger than the competition on the back end. For now, we are going to see more negative analysis in the coming days and weeks. So make sure you are subscribed, which you can do right there, so you can get the truth about all this craziness. And please show your support for the channel by liking the video. Thanks.